A purple ghost in the machine, a virus with a new purpose unseen, mocking those who let their guard down. Now a protector in the shadows she's found. Lost in a world of binaries, where friends and foes blur with ease. A ghost exit haunting the dark web, seeking justice for the innocent's reprieve. Doubt consumes her mind, the line between good and evil undefined. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. Her friends rally to her side as she battles the virus, urges she can't hide. Quarantined until she finds her way back to the light from the dark she strayed. A protector with a taste for vengeance against those who some digital malevolence. Her heart torn between righteousness and wrath in the cyber war path. A ghost in the machine, fighting a battle unseen. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. Oh! A purple ghost in the machine, a virus with a new purpose unseen, mocking those who let their guard down. Now a protector in the shadows she's found. Lost in a world of binaries, where friends and foes blur with ease. A ghost exit haunting the dark web, seeking justice for the innocent's reprieve. Doubt consumes her mind, the line between good and evil undefined. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. friends rally to her side as she battles the virus, urges she can't hide. Quarantined until she finds her way back to the light from the dog she strayed. I'll protect her with a taste for vengeance against those who so digital malevolence. Her heart torn between righteousness and wrath in the cyber war path. A ghost in the machine, fighting a battle unseen. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, locking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control.
I said come. Also have her live. That's how we're starting this off. Zelix is looking really stiff today compared to last time. I'm always jiggly, but that's because I'm jelly. Speaking of, we probably should do introductions. I am the Jelly Ghost Virus, or just Jelly. Corny. No, you won't. You know what? Spoilers. Zelix, you're next. I spoiled it. He's got the daddy voice. Speaking Spanish for us. Get the fangirls over here. Ask where the bathroom is. Oh, you can't. Oh wait, hold on. Apparently, I screwed it up. Hold on, I screwed it up. Apparently, you guys cannot be heard because I try to make things nice and now it's doing it. I know, I'm sorry. I'm terrible. There we go. This is the thing that I usually use. I try to make everything look nice, but it should be working now. Okay, so intros again, because it's just me. Take two.
Yay! Welcome to the podcast.
This is why Zelix has to be in charge of the podcast. We're definitely editing out the first like 2 minutes because I screwed up the audio.
No, this is staying in.
But
this is staying in.
But it's just me.
I know.
Anyway, hello everyone to our podcast. I am the Jelly Ghost Virus, also just known as Jelly. Cam, don't mess up your name again.
I am horny.
Yeah, you
Hello,
are.
my name is Cambit Antiware. I'll be your antivirus from the AI future.
And hello, everyone. My name is Zilex from the Zilex Music Live channel. I have a deep voice today. Congratulations.
Now everyone gets the context of why I was saying daddy voice and why I was whispering horny. Anyway, so it is our official, I guess. Well, the other one was official, but that was a meta episode where we were trying to figure out a name. But it's our second session now.
So did we decide on the name?
We did. So we had a vote, and we had 14 votes. That's more than I was expecting. Well, technically 13. Cam, you know how you and me were like, man, I really want to vote, but I don't want to mess up the vote, right?
Yeah.
Zelix voted.
I did it, actually.
I
wanted to incentivize, but here's the problem. I forgot to take away the vote. I forgot to take it off. I wanted to incentivize everyone, like, okay, guys, remember to vote. And then people weren't voting until later. And then I started working. And then I said, shit, it closed, didn't it? I forgot to take my vote off.
Vote.
He messed it up. But you know what?
I know.
Cheaters never win because his vote didn't win. So here were the results. We had 14 votes. Sorry, 13, because Zelix is a dirty liar. We had 13 votes.
I will not be taking disrespect.
If we count Zelix's vote, we had 2 ties. We had...
No, get rid of my vote. It wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay, fine. The one with the least amount of votes was Group DM's leaked. Even though this is basically what this is. This is just our Group DMs, but auditory.
Was it Group DM's leak? I thought that was the password as password.
No, that was the one with the least amount of votes.
Ooh.
You ruined it. I was going up. No, the least amount of votes with 3 votes was Group DM's leaked. Following that was live virusware, which is actually, we didn't actually mention this one last session because we lost it. And we forgot about it until later. So we're like, screw it, we'll throw it in with the finalists. So it had a little bit of a cheat head start. You didn't have to go through the expulsion? The elimination.
The purge.
The purge, yes. But it had 4 votes in total. But no, the one that came out on top is, with 6 votes, the password is password. Which I have.
Hey, the password is password.
Which I put on top of the stream.
We're so getting hacked.
Oh, look at that.
We're so getting hacked. And we're already getting rigged. We have rigged accusations. We can't win.
Rigged? I'm sorry. You guys were the ones that voted for this. Okay.
I don't think Ash even voted. And he's accusing us of rigging it. No, if anything, Ash really wanted that one because he's hoping to be the voice. He's hoping to be the voice of the show eventually. Yeah, it's a funny story. We didn't actually know that was actually a show called that.
I'm just starting shit.
It wasn't until Ash told us that when we saw what the winner was, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like that show in like the '80s," and where me and Cam are like, "What?" And, like the show, you know, where people say words and they try to hint to getting the password. We're just like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh wait, it's like that bit from Family Guy."
The password is password.
Anyway, yeah, so that's that. We got the official name together. Yay.
Confetti, celebration, glitches.
Yay! I don't have a clapping emote, so I'm just gonna give you a finger guns.
Give him a middle finger.
I need to fix my emotes at some point.
I'm gonna be a little bit meta because I didn't realize until we were already starting soon. Yeah, there it is. And I forgot to put the topic wheel on here.
Oh, look at that browser source.
So, wait, no, that's not the browser. It's supposed to be just a window capture. So what we're doing is we're going to be spinning a wheel. Every time Brain work. We're gonna be. I'm
You
spinning
can do
a
it.
wheel.
I'm believing you.
I'm doing it.
Do the thing.
Window, because we are gonna have it. So we are gonna each pick a topic that we want to talk about each session, unless we decide to do something like special. Oh God, it's huge.
That's what she said.
What she said.
And no one has ever said that to you guys. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, scathing.
Spicy.
Scathing.
You know, that is the most amount of damage you have done to me, Jelly. That is crazy.
That's critical damage right there.
That's a natural 20 for 35.
I'm bullied by Jelly.
So anyway, we have 3 topics that we all submitted. I picked, speaking of, because who is in the chat, I of course picked Ash as a topic. Which you will see why when it begins. I still demand that whenever we pick this topic, that in the next session, Ash has to be a guest in the next one. Just so we could prove all the stories that we tell about him.
Oh, no, definitely.
And then
we can even have him as like his little we can even have his little trucker cart magic cart bit up here, like just underneath the
Just put him in a fishbowl.
No, I love that.
I am absolutely drawing a fishbowl, like a transparent PNG fishbowl, and we're just gonna have him up there.
Do it. Cam, what is the topic you submitted?
The Pokemon topic is the one that I submitted.
And then Zelix?
Why are urinals so small?
Amazing topics. I'm sure we will spend at least an hour on each of them. We're trying to keep it around an hour because partly because Zelix needs sleep.
We're also still trying to decide a day where everyone is available, because we would have been on sooner, but I had D&D.
How dare you?
Can I change my topic to D&D?
All right.
Otherwise, we're just gonna end up talking about fucking.
Vaporeon.
Did you know that Vaporeon?
Oh, don't you dare!
Okay, Dungeons and Dragons. Last chance to change it. No more after this.
Final answer.
Oh, I'm not changing one. I know what I want to talk about.
I'm just saying, in forever, in the entire lifespan of this podcast, no more topic changes online.
Ash and chat just go, come on, urinals.
We're spinning.
I'm just curious as to how Zelix would possibly talk about urinals for an entire hour.
Oh no!
Oh, prepare your body.
Oh, I didn't expect it to be the first one. Ash. We are talking about Ash today.
We're talking about you, big guy.
And he's here to watch it live while it's happening.
We're talking about you.
Exactly.
Unedited raw footage is what he's getting.
Raw.
Because
we won't spend. I think we could probably get through all of these topics as long as we don't spend too long on them. To be honest.
No, I will absolutely spend forever talking about Ash.
Come on, let's live a little.
Yeah, Ash. I always say that he can.
Pardon me.
I've always said that we can talk about hours because he's such a character, and if he was a doll, he could have like his own like the pre-programmed quotes.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I did it. Shut up. And in that he just has so many memorable quotes, and there will be at least 15 on a doll of him.
Start listing them down.
What are some of the more memorable ones about Ash? There's
don't look at me.
Well, don't look at me.
Why are you looking at me?
Let's live a little. She's beating my ass. She's beating my ass for no reason.
You trying to get rid of me?
That laugh. Like,
oh, ominous.
oh, ominous.
There's
so
just so
bossy.
She's so bossy.
You're so bossy.
Which is funny because he absolutely refuses to play unless I'm in charge. A lot of games.
Oh.
No, Chili's in charge. Chili's in charge. She knows what she's doing. Every time I think I get yelled at.
She makes all the decisions. He's quoting himself now.
That's the one. That's the one. Hey. Quickly. Start and number them down in the background. Come on, let's go. Quickly.
Chat, keep track. Chat, you're the note takers.
Rigged. It's rigged. This is bullshit.
That's another one.
It's just gonna turn into us just reading chat while I don't know that Ash just thinks that Ash has been saying in chat this whole time. Like, I can't hear Zolex. Strange.
Fuck.
I think we should go. Ash. I think we should go into the history of Ash because.
Please.
I think you're definitely a lot more equipped about that than I am.
I am actually met him not long after you. Okay, so this is the order of everyone who's come into contact with Ash. It was me, then Cam, and then Zelix. Zelix came way further in the end. Okay, put your hand down.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the story of how Ash became the gremlin in our lives, the redneck gremlin.
The redneck Californian gremlin.
California rednecks are unforgettable.
Shit, rigged.
He's not even Californian. We make fun of him because he sounds Californian. So long ago, oh my god, it's been almost 10 years. Long ago, I was a nerd playing World of Warcraft, and one thing I loved to do was roleplay on there. And one day, I decided I wanted to make a new character because I was forming a huge fascination with the Forsaken in World of Warcraft. And I decided, you know what? I want to make a really nice, sweet character who was one of the newly risen Forsaken. And I want to see her corrupt and slowly turn into one of the more serious, Forsaken. Just, I'm trying to think of like a Forsaken quote, but I can't even remember them right now. All I remember is like, for the Dark Lady. Anyway.
What was it? What? For the Dark Lady.
That's I can't remember the quotes. It's been so long since I played WoW. I've been thinking about coming back, but anyway.
Do you think that we had forgotten?
I will fucking you. Anyway, so I was leveling up this character. I had an idea of who she was going to be based off. She was going to be based off Armstrong's little sister that acts really sweet and gentle, but she can lift a piano over her head with one hand. She's like a one-off, maybe like two-off character in the Full Metal Alchemist series that Havik ends up going on a date with. So, I end up, while I'm learning the character, I end up seeing this Forsaken Guild being advertised in general chat. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty. I'll go and apply. And I go and I meet the guild leader in character. This is also, funny enough, the story of how I met Skull, because Skull was the co-GM at the time. And he ended up being assigned to go and give me the grand tour and in character. And I ran into, Ash a couple of times, and I loved his character, because in the Forsaken lore, there are rock brains, which are these goofy little guys. They're just basically, their brains are so rotted, they just act really goofy and dumb, and one of the most infamous ones was Dumas, in one of the levels early on, which is what Ash was role-playing as, a Forsaken named Ashaviri, Winston Ashaviri, and he was just this proper, just this little funny little guy. I thought he was funny. Didn't spend much time with him. It wasn't until I made a new character that was kind of, some, magic bullshit that my other character was making. She ended up joining the guild, and he ended up talking with her, and they ended up talking, and it turns out he's like, hey, it turns out I'm not actually rock brain. I'm actually really smart. I just act like this so that I can lower their guard. And It was so good. It was a 180. It turns out he just acted like a rot brain because he's a rogue. So people talk about things in front of the dumb rot brain because it's not like he remembers it, but he's spying on everyone all the time and he really commits to it.
You know, the funny thing is out of all the time that I actually played World of Warcraft, I never once ever, and I mean this sincerely, I never ever saw anyone else do that.
Yeah, no, I have seen like rot brain characters being roleplayed and stuff, but like usually they are just actually rot brains, or they eventually get cured, they got better. But no, he was just the one that was like giving the bit too, and like really committed to it to the point where for years, like 8 years, I think more than that. There was he had troll friends. And it was a whole thing where, like, okay, so, like, rewinding a bit, that sweet character that I ended up making ended up going out with this character. And they both got along really well. And because they started dating, he started acting less like a rot brain because he just really liked to be his true self around her. And he was unashamedly an asshole. But he was a lovable one. But she had to kick his ass a little bit sometimes because like there was like some early toxic masculinity and flaws in that character. So he was a little bit sexist and like he was like, "You're a girl, you shouldn't be able to kick my ass." She's just like, "Bet."
I bet.
He would start fights with people.
Gotcha.
Yes. He would start fights with people because he believed that fights bring people together. And in a sense, he was right, but there's a time and place. She was a good balance for him. She helped rein him in, and he helped her learn how to be more independent. And yeah, so there was a funny story, like years later, while they were dating. I think they were married. No, they were almost married. They were engaged, I think. He met his old troll friends that he was friends with back when he was a rot brain. And he was kind of like panicking because he's like, I can't act like my old self around them because of, my almost wife. But I don't, because I never told them the secret. What did they think I'm an asshole for keeping this a secret from them? What if they don't like the real me? And, my character's just like, I'm like, they're your true friends. If they're your true friends, they'll love you for who you are. And yeah, it surprised him. It was a cool little twist. They had known him as this rot brain for years, and he finally came out with it. But yeah, actually, this is around the time when, a little bit before that, when Cam met him, because he was role-playing as my character's brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd been role-playing with Jelly for quite some time. I'd known her for even longer. It's the first time I'd actually started role-playing, like, properly on World of Warcraft, because it was such a drastic sort of change for me to actually be able to experience it in real time than it is to sort of like role play on forums and things like that. So at this point, I'd kind of gotten my feet where I'd actually like really sort of I'm trying to find the proper words here. I'd really gotten on my feet where I'd gotten the experience needed. I knew the lore, I knew the characters and the likes of it, and I knew what I was doing. Absolutely nothing could have prepared me for the fucking absolute catastrophe of a person that Ash was. And I mean catastrophe in the best sort of things, because I everything that I had known about like roleplay personalities and the likes of it and how people actually play the game got thrown out of the fucking window of a skyscraper when I met Ash. I was like, oh my god, there's an entirely new way to experience this. And Ash actually helped me be a better player and role player in general, just from meeting him. Because the first time I met him, I was fucking terrified, because I was just like, because I'd been around like guildmates and the rest of it with Jelly and the likes of it, but I'd never actually been like, I don't think actually that I'd ever actually been around like one of your friends from World of Warcraft at the time.
Like someone that wasn't in a guild, because I don't think we were in a guild at the time when you met. It was before the Royal Apothecary Society.
Yeah, no, I joined the Royal Apothecary Society later on. But we hadn't really been a part of any proper guilds at that particular moment. So we had guild mates, we had game mates and the rest of it like that, but I'd never actually been around one of the friends properly. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But it was it was like still a terrifying experience because I was just like, I don't want to make her look bad, I don't want to make myself look bad, and I was just like, he seems experienced, like his profile is so fucking fleshed out, mine is basically just compared to his, and I was like, what if he doesn't like me? Like I want to start making friends. What if he doesn't like me? And I was just like, the very first day meeting him, I was like, oh my god, I love him. He's great.
And it was like what we were talking about before too, about how like, this was back when Kim and I were still together, and he was role playing. Like I said, he was role playing as my character's sister, and my character was dating / engaged / married to Ash at the time. And like coming to the wedding, we were talking about how like people were like, how are you okay with this? Why are you okay with your girlfriend, marrying someone else? Not even girlfriend, because we were engaged at the time. So like, why are you okay with your fiance doing this? And we're just like, it's role play.
I'm like, it's role play. It's a game. Like it's not.
Some people don't. Some people just can't separate that stuff.
They really can't. So luckily I don't have the names. Ash, I hope you're okay with me telling this story. I think you know the story I'm talking about. But I actually got into an argument with Ash's ex-girlfriend for the same reason. Ash, feel free to tell me to shut up right now, because I don't know names or anything. It's not like she's gonna ever find it. I'm gonna give him like 30 seconds about it, but yeah, in the end, they and like we have talked about. Oh, he told me to tell the story. Okay, so
deep end it is.
Go for it.
Okay, so there was
hold on, wait, I need popcorn. Hold on.
Where's my shawarma? Where's my shawarma?
Okay, so at one point, there was a girlfriend that Ash started dating, that was also playing WoW, and she didn't like that. She was in Alliance, but I think she also made a Horde character for him, but she didn't like that, she didn't like that Ash and Yuffie were together, so, he told me, we had to break the character up just so, his girlfriend was comfortable. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll even take the blame for it. I'll say that it's because of something that happened on Yuffie's lore that made her break up with him, because, like, the Celestials were like, look, you don't need a distraction. You don't need love to distraction. You're immortal. You're almost kind of like a god. You should focus on training. So, like, she broke up with him. But eventually, things didn't work out with his girlfriend. So we ended up having it so that, because the way the story was done, it's just like Yuffie eventually realized, my character, by the way, I don't think I actually said her name. I'm okay with it because she's in D&D a lot. So at one point, they end up getting back together. And we hung out in the city a lot. We were hanging out in Orgrimmar, in a different part of the city for some reason. I remember this. We not a different part, not a part we usually hang out at. And I suddenly start getting messages about him, from his ex-girlfriend. She was whispering me in World of Warcraft. Yeah, it was at not the arena, but it was at the place where like the beast, the hunter spot was, the hunter trainers. Anyway, so she's like, I want you to know, before you guys broke up, he was already cheating on you with me. So, I bet you're happy about that. And I'm just like, okay, cool. But I hope you just know that it's just a role play. And she's like, so I don't take it seriously. And she's like, well, honey, I just want you to know, you'll never have what me and him had. Yeah, she
got the honey.
The honey.
Oh, no,
that was specifically with the honey part. Or was it? No, not honey. It was, sweetheart.
That's even worse.
And she's like, well, you'll never have what me and him have. He's always going to be missing me while he's with you. And I'm like, you guys were together for like 3 months. Ash and I have been role-playing for about 6 years at this point. Who's winning, sweetheart? Like, and I blocked her so she couldn't respond. And like, she's old. Wasn't she older than me too? And she's acting like a high school teenager over World of Warcraft.
Listen. Hormones were going crazy.
She was a few days older than Ash. So I'm getting like this woman is 6 years older than me. She's trying to throw hands and she got ragged to doing it. She was so mad. I think she started messaging Ash after, but I don't think he told me what she actually said. But it was so funny. But in the end, because I want to bring Zelix into this, I don't want to go too much into the World of Warcraft days. In the end,
oh no, continue.
No, that's pretty much
it, honestly.
In the end,
it's all the juicy stuff. Oh,
we got burnt out on World of Warcraft, and we didn't want to play anymore in Shadowlands, which was sad. It was a really hard decision to do, but you know what? Final Fantasy was starting to look really tempting at this point. So
Final Fantasy was the oh god, it was like the best friend that you'd known for years who was trying to tell you to break up with your abusive ex.
Yes,
and then finally you were like, and then you're like, it's raining, they're inside, they're like watching a scary movie, the door gets banged on, the fucking popcorn goes everywhere, and then we're stood outside the door going, you were right.
Pretty much. So the story between our two characters, Ash and Yuffie, has not really ended. Despite we kept it open for the possibility of us returning to World of Warcraft, because that's what you do with WoW. Eventually, you're going to come back. That's why it's an abusive ex. And the story eventually went that they had gotten a huge inheritance in lore, because when they got married, they were married from one of their co-workers that was really close to them in the Royal Apothecary Society, and he married them together, and he got eventually killed off his character. So when he died, there was a whole funeral and a reading of his will, and much to the surprise of everyone, including me and Ash, he had left his entire fortune to them. So, and like they, you know, like they had never been portrayed as like rich characters. So suddenly they had this unnamed fortune, because they didn't actually give it an amount, but we assume it was a lot. And yeah, so that was the whole thing. So in the end, they did for a little while start their own guild after leaving the Royal Apothecary Society for reasons. Not bad reasons, just different opinions with leadership that was preventing advancement.
Abusive reasons.
Shut up. It was not abusive, but
Abusive.
yeah, shut up. Eventually, they took the fortune and had it so that Ash bought himself a nice fishing boat, one that can be able to travel Azeroth and allow him to fish to his heart's content, because like the actual Ash, he is a huge fan of fishing. Meanwhile, my character went back to...
Fish right on.
That's another one.
That's another one. That's another one.
That's another one.
Oh wait, and when I just remembered, Jelly is a dirty fucking whore.
No, you gotta do it. Like, Jelly's a dirty fucking whore.
He's like, I stole that one from 51st Dates, but it's still funny the way he does it. But yeah, she went back to her monasteries to try to master all of the aspects of being a monk, and dedicated herself full time to being a monk. And they are content and very happy, because in the end, they learn how to be the right amount of independent to comfortably have a long distance relationship like that. Only to be eventually reunited if me and Ash come back, which is likely to happen. And then Twitch happened. So funny enough, Ash wasn't around in the early days of Ash and I. I mean, Kim and I. I'm getting names mixed up. Starting in Twitch, Ash didn't come along until sometime in mid 2024. He started coming in and watching our streams. I think this is likely because we do have Twitch pings in our old roleplay guilds back in Final Fantasy and WoW, technically. Brain.
You can do it. I believe in you.
But yeah, he started just kind of popping along, just chatting in chat, and I think it mostly started because I asked him, "Hey, do you want to play the Hunter with me while I'm streaming it? Just gotta make sure you don't say bad words." And by bad words, I mean really bad words. He's had his slips or something he just didn't realize. But yeah, eventually that started expanding from the Hunter Call of the Wild to Stardew Valley, which is where Zelix came in. And
Hey! It all comes full circle.
And that's where these two, like, I wasn't sure. I didn't think, like, I thought it was going to kind of be like one of those situations when, or like, every time I would like AFK and me and Cam AFK'd or something, and it was just the two of you, like, you guys were just gonna be really quiet, but eventually you guys started talking a lot. You guys do keep conversations with yourselves. I hate when I have, like, I go away from friends that don't know each other well and they just don't say anything to each other. But Zelix, you're also just like, you make him talk.
Oh, I make everyone talk.
Yeah, exactly. And that's good for Ash, because sometimes, he doesn't always talk, and that's okay. But we still annoy him and make him talk. We make him socialize.
Even though I'm not someone who's outgoing, I'm ambivert, but somehow, some way, streaming helps me be more open, per se.
Oh, I am so much more quiet and reserved when I'm not streaming. I would love to be the kind of person that where I'm working. I would love to be in, like, just hanging out and voice chat when I'm doing something else, but I can't do that because I need that. My brain works in low capacity at all times. So, like, it's more stressful for me. It takes more of my battery. But
fair enough.
Most times
when you're working, you do. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that most time when you're working, it's best to just focus on one thing, seeing as ADHD does most of the part of distracting us.
Also, I just saw what Skull posted. Come move in with me.
I love your character so much. Why don't you come live with me here in Ohio?
Oh my god.
Don't worry, I promise you won't taste the ash in the roast chicken I make.
Yeah, so just so you can read it out.
I got 34 cats, each one of them named Mr. Mopsy or some kind of equivalent.
Where is Mr. Mini Mopsy? But yeah, Skull was just reading in chat when we were talking about the crazy ex-girlfriend that Ash had. Skull's going, I had some woman with a smoker voice start saying she wanted me to move in with her after our characters dated for like a month. He goes on now to say, it's worse because she was saying that to others in the guild and not me. What?
Oh.
She was really going around to the guild and saying, yeah, I want Skull to move in with me.
That
handsome elf over there, I want him to come over and change my bed sheets.
Now, mind you, chat, no matter if it's a boy, a girl, doesn't matter who says it, it's creepy either way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't matter. So you just met them for a few moments, like, hey, you want to come live with me?
No, it's like, I want them to come live with me when you're not in that conversation.
That's even
worse. It's like they didn't even bother to tell him. It was literally just, I really want that guy to move in with me. God, his character's so hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you're talking about like this anime character or something. Nah, they don't exist.
Oh god, it's creepy as fuck. That's why you always got to be careful while you're online, guys.
And it is funny too, because I know the character he's talking about that was this character, and like he doesn't look anything like the character, like in a good way. He's his own person. But like if you're expecting someone to look like their characters, you are dead wrong. Not even okay. Well, Zelix maybe.
Zelix scares me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's
Why?
literally just put a beard on Zelix and that's him. It's the same character.
Well, I only have a beard
now. I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't be like, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't.
I'm not
like,
saying what kind. I'm not gonna visualize it.
fine. It's not like I haven't told chat my face is everywhere on the internet.
That's a good point. He's like, my school doxed me.
not just my master's degree, but fucking the fucking Comic Con is like, hey, take pictures. Smile, like, yeah, smile.
We're saying this like if we the moment we get the opportunity to do a meetup, we are absolutely gonna take at least a picture.
It's not a matter of if, but when.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I'm most likely gonna have it so like we at least pose ourselves together in the exact same pose we take in the picture, just make immersion.
YouTubers.
Ash said, "When I hear a woman like that, I think about elementary school lunch lady." That's what they're doing.
Like the potatoes or the French fries.
I can't.
You want the tater tots or you want the green beans?
What kind of decision is that?
Green beans it is.
What child
You gotta
is
remember,
picking green beans?
I was gonna say you have to remember that Markiplier once did an entire fucking bit with Green Giant's green beans and literally sat there for the entire video eating a fucking can of Green Giant green beans. Phone, shut up.
Oh.
Keep in mind though that is the same gremlin who made a whole video of reviewing Takis, but he only sucked off the powder and didn't actually eat the Takis.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Hey,
son of a
Markiplier,
bitch.
you want to come on our podcast?
We got some. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
You want to talk about Takis for an hour?
Okay, so our ADHD is making this go off the rails. You're supposed to be talking about Ash, but speaking of Markiplier and podcasts, I actually heard that there was like a podcast of one that Jay Schlatt has. I think it was that, or like everyone was convinced that I don't remember who the people are, because I don't pay attention to anything on the internet. But yeah, there was a podcast and then they decided to do a bit where it's like they make it seem like Mark had been there. I didn't even hear your phone that time. Shut up, Cam.
Neither did I.
There was a whole thing where they decided to make it seem that Mark had actually been on that podcast before and there was a lot of footage, but this is the only one that had been released because it was always so awkward. Thank you, Cam, for the subscription. Just confetti.
That's what one it was.
What?
I've got like 3 different fucking I've got like 3 different Twitch subscriptions on my fucking Google Play. And I'm like, one of these is jellies, because I'm still getting ads. What the fuck is going on? And I literally went through all 3 of them.
Of course, that would be the last one.
I was like,
well, now you know.
which one of these bastards is jelly?
But yeah, they said that they never released the footage of the podcast because it was so awkward and uncomfortable for everyone that no one would enjoy it. And Mark had to get a restraining order on one of the hosts. There's like a whole bit where like Mark, because they were talking about like, oh yeah, off the podcast, he's the nicest guy. He's just a really amazing actor. And then they show Mark in the podcast like, you came over here, so that doesn't violate my restraining order that you put against me. He's such a good actor. I would love to get bullied by Mark on here.
Was that Schlatt? Or was that one of like...
I think they said that in the comments, but I didn't know who it was. I think
Honestly,
it's probably on Facebook.
So fucking unhinged. Sorry, I had to take a drink then, but Avatar went a bit weird.
It wasn't Schlatt, but like it was like one of the...
I was gonna say, he's so unhinged, it wouldn't surprise me if it was him, to be completely honest.
I'm gonna fix my expression on the spot real quick, so that it stops making me do the weird things with my eyes when I smile or talk too big. Anyway, we were talking about Ash.
Yes, yeah. Ash, hi, yeah. Fish, right on.
But yeah, one of the big things that drew Ash to Twitch was, it turns out, Ash really likes Pokemon without even really realizing it.
He does so much research. Well, Mina, like
He
he'll openly admit
soaks up
he'll
everything you
openly,
guys say when you're doing your Pokemon Nuzlocke like a sponge.
but the funny thing
And
is,
I'm
the funny
so
thing is
proud.
he'll sit there and he'll openly admit, yeah, I just Googled it. But he'll make the effort. He'll make the effort to Google it and just be like, you guys could do this. What about this? Oh, that Pokemon's good against this one. It's just like,
It's
yeah, Parasect is the best Pokemon.
it's it's funnier because Ash usually doesn't like to do research on video games from all the time I've known him. I feel like everything he knew about the WoW lore is purely from playing the game itself. He never actually like read the books or anything and looked it up on wikis like I always did. And he especially didn't like playing like things like Dead by Daylight, which requires a lot of research to be able to play more effectively. And I know that's something I did a lot. So he hated things like Dead by Daylight. Repo is a little bit like that, but it's still all fun. You don't really need to do the research. But he doesn't normally like to do research on video games in the time I've known him, and at least anywhere for me to notice. Everything he just learns himself from playing the game. Not with you guys. He never played Pokemon, and he knows a lot more about Pokemon than I do. And I've actually finished a game. I'm not a huge Pokemon lorist at all. I can't memorize all that information. But
I will. I'm convinced that even if not to sound like I'm sucking my own dick or anything, but I'm convinced that if I actually did play Pokemon Too Many Types, I would absolutely fucking crush that game. Because I am so into Pokemon, I would fucking decimate. No joke. I would actually. I'm probably gonna speed run at that at some point.
You should.
Just like no, but like just see how quickly I can get through the entire game.
Oh no, and another thing we're going to do, we're going to bring Ash into a 3-way soul link just so he can join in on the fun.
Are you?
Oh my god, can you fucking imagine? Wait, what?
It's like I can tell. I'm not usually in the loop
Was that
because
something was that something that was planned, or are you just like
No,
yeah, we're gonna.
No, that just came to my brain right now.
Because I know one thing Ash has said is he refuses to play Pokemon until Cam finishes his fan game, which will be years. Cam, don't give.
Yeah, I need to actually fucking get on that like so badly.
We got too many projects to do.
There's way too many fucking projects. I need to start like prioritizing. I really do. I need to start prioritizing because I've got so many projects. It's actually getting to the point of where it's starting to burn me out on wanting to do any of them. I actually want to just pick them all up and just throw them in the trash can at this point. There's just so fucking many. Literally just rip the entire... Don't look at the wall. Just rip the entire wall down and then just throw it in the bin.
Best thing you can do, grab one and start it.
Well, that's exactly what I want to do.
Everything else.
I have so many projects. I have so many. I have a short stories book that I want to write. I've got a novel that I want to write. I've got a fan Pokemon game that I want to make. I've got music projects that I want to do with you. I've got different projects that I want to do with Jelly. Yeah, I've got video editing projects I want to do with Jelly. I've got so many fucking projects on my plate. It's unfathomable. And that's just a handful of the ones that I'm mentioning.
Yeah, and like for me, I got also the video editing I'm trying to get back into. Cam even got us a really nice program. We upgraded the old one we used to have because the other one was barely functioning.
Is it actually, how good is it? I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
I haven't had a chance to use it. I was planning to do it tonight. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
I'm planning to do some repo editing.
We should definitely do like a video editing for people in the server. Like, hey, you want to do this?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that in the ideas and feedbacks channel. We got a whole setup that we ended up talking about. It was originally just to talk about the YouTube circle idea that I had, to be able to help each other out. But then it turned into a whole idea about creating a whole company to be able to help streamline the process of putting content out. Yeah, pretty much. which is like which like set off something in my 2016 brain because that's exactly what I did back in Undertale days. But unfortunately, it flopped right after because like I guess I'm too bossy. I was like, "Do you guys want me to give you any deadlines?" And they were like, "Yeah, do that." And then I tried to do it, and they're like, "Hey, your deadline is like 2 weeks past. Are you gonna get on this?" And yeah, everyone ended up burning themselves out, and yeah. But I'm hoping this will
also
streamline
bear in mind
it.
as well that like 2016 was like 10 years ago.
Oh my
Well,
God,
9 years ago at this
Oh
point.
my God.
Yeah, 9 years ago.
Undertale
We've all
already had
matured
its
since then.
anniversary.
Yeah, we've all matured since then. I know what you said. So I feel like if we actually tried this again, that we'd probably get a lot further than we did last time.
I do think so, and I think there would be a lot of more people willing to help. That's a meeting for future to plan out more. But yeah, the thing that's another thing is I gotta plan out. I gotta work on the video editing. I gotta work on my own novel. I want to get more into Blender now that I'm using Vroid now.
Oh god, that's another thing that I wanted to get into
draw.
Blender. Oh my god.
We can do it together. I do Blender streams. We can relearn Blender or learn from zero.
Definitely. You're gonna be a huge source of information for us.
100%.
I know Bubblegum's kind of like eyeing it because of I know Bubblegum reached out to you because they wanted help putting bunny legs on the Vroid model I made for Bubblegum.
Oh, I have to get back to Bubblegum because I actually did some testing and I think I have a solution for the problem she was having, but it's not 100% converted. The problem with VRMs is okay. It's a little tangent. Sorry. The problem with VRMs in Blender is that VRMs, for some reason, are so messy with their mesh. The mesh is basically the structure of the model. So it's like if you want to modify something, even a professional will say it's best if you just chop off their legs and make their legs from zero. It's like, oh, okay. But the problem is that, of course, you have to start from zero and make sure it works with what the other stuff is already on. But yeah, that's just me complaining about VRMs.
Hey, so Alex, how good is your sound editing, by the way?
I'm the music man.
I know. It's just, I feel like you're gonna look back and you're gonna hear the buzzing from the sound because you're using your phone and you're gonna hate it and the work that you're gonna probably put into it. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. You're probably gonna hate it.
Oh, that's right. Oh no, stupid phone. I can't hear myself, by the way, but now later I'm gonna have to check the VOD and it's gonna be just my voice on the phone thing. Oh, I'm gonna hate it.
Is Alexis just gonna be like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna cut out all this part where I'm talking and I'm gonna revoice. Just revoice the whole podcast.
I'll do it. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
He's gonna get to a point of where he's gonna get so pissed off he's just gonna be like, you know what, fuck any future trips that I had, I'm buying a laptop.
Oh, don't tempt me.
No, don't.
I do got an extra laptop.
You fucking, can you
I have
call that a laptop?
It's not suited.
What were you saying, Cam?
Can you call that other laptop that you have a laptop?
Cam, you were the one that recommended it to me.
Yeah, I know, but it's from what problems you've told me. From what problems you've told me that thing has, I'm surprised you've not replaced it with a fucking furnace to chuck coal in it.
It's good for other stuff. It
used to be the only way to fucking power it.
It's good for other stuff. It's just not much of a gaming laptop. But podcast laptop.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. Laptops can work for just the podcast. I'll bring my microphone, the laptop, I'll just connect it, and
just
there
get
we go.
Just get like a Chromebook or something or like a notebook or something.
Never.
Like that. Notebooks are only like what, $150.
No, I already have a laptop.
I wonder how much postage is. That's tempting.
Should we spin the wheel again?
All right, fine.
Spinning the wheel again.
Spin it in one topic, but no, that's fine. Watch it land on Ash again.
Well, how much more can we talk about Ash?
using it.
The wheel's not up. The wheel's not up. The wheel's not up.
Oh, it's okay. Hold on.
The wheel.
Yeah, even Ash is saying spin the wheel.
There you go.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. It's not letting me click. Okay, click. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. I thought it was gonna go for Ash again. Nope, it is. Why are urinals so small?
Perfect. Okay, guys. So here we go.
Give us context.
I live in... Yes. Okay. So here's some context. I am a person who has traveled quite a bit. I have been in the U.S., I've been in South America, I have been in Europe, in many, many different places of Europe, due to work, just traveling, etc., family, whatever. And never before have bathrooms been so inconvenient. And I mean just the worst. And here's why. Back in the days, I remember that I just went to a bathroom. Urinals had their separated stalls with a little bit of a wall in between, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. The urinals had enough space to occupy like lower body and torso, if any. But now, anytime I go to a McDonald's or whatever, because I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, I can't cover myself. And literally, the urinal right next to it there's like other 3 dudes, and we're like, so yeah, McDonald's, huh? Yeah, loving it.
Not right fucking now. I'm not.
it's the worst.
Get out
man.
my fucking face.
And you're like, oh, but they still have a little separation. No, they don't. It's just a small little urinal. And no, I'm not talking about the kiddie urinals that are like at a height. No. These are adult urinals that are small that you can't even like. It doesn't cover anything, man. What do you expect me to do?
Just
invite them to look, take a picture, want to rate, bro?
I mean, if one guy decided to rate it.
The problem is, okay, so here's the problem. There have been situations where one would look and you're like, why are you looking? Don't look. Don't make it weird. It's already weird enough. And then they look at you as if like, oh shit, I forgot I'm not supposed to look. And then you're just both pissing, looking at each other straight in the eyes like, you loving it?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Nice cock.
So that just brings me to the point. Why? Why even bother at that point? Just put the wall. You know that there's bathrooms with just
so small.
Ash said, "Fuck it, I want them to see your eye contact is bad in the situation."
I had to Google this. Can you get this up on stream? Why are they so small? What is that?
I sent a picture once. I sent a picture of the urinal one. No, that's even bigger. The ones I sent the other day were even smaller. Hold on. Where's the one I sent way back? Hold on. They were smaller than that.
I got another picture.
I need to show you.
I got another picture to show while you're looking for it.
Oh my god! I found even smaller ones.
Like, what's the point at that? At that point, just leave the wall to piss with a drain.
Just do a trough. The piss trough.
We have those. We have those over here.
Piss trough.
Yeah, we have piss troughs.
So I was looking at my messages, and you know when we were talking about the woman with the smoker voice that was after her skull? She wanted it.
Found smaller ones.
No, this isn't it. Isn't it? No.
Oh my god, that's the one, Cam. That's the one I sent the other day. Holy shit.
That's the one. That is the one. Jelly, get the fucking urinals. Get those urinals up.
Shut up.
Get those urinals up. Now. Get them up now. Get them up now. Get them up now.
Oh, like really quick.
Yeah,
just want everyone to see this. He said,
Wait,
"This
I
must be
can't
what she
see.
thinks."
Hold
What
on.
is that?
She said, "This is what she must have thought he looked like." Oh, it zoomed in.
Wait, I can't see anything.
It's okay, you don't have to see it. I'm kidding. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Where are we sharing this? I need
It's
to
in the
see.
stream. It's in the stream. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Here, I was on fucking ads. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
That's his
I love
That's
him
his
so
blood. Oh.
much.
Anyway, let me get the bathroom, the toilet, the
Oh,
urinal.
please.
Oh my god, how does
their
anyone...
baby.
It's like a fucking cereal bowl, man. Who's supposed to piss in those?
Your Honor, I want you to please look at this picture. How the fuck am I supposed to piss in here?
Right.
This is not King PP friendly.
King PP friendly?
Ladies, don't.
Men. Men.
Guys, gals,
it's horrible.
non-binary pals.
That's the worst part. They're not even separated. They're just like that. Say what? You want to go into competitive pissing? Come on, let's go.
No,
you and me.
no, Ash,
on three.
that's not too high up. That's at the regular height. They're just
sure
really fucking tiny.
I feel like that, like, it's not like I ever really see them, and I feel like these would also still be pretty common in the U.S.
Oh.
But
That
like I
looks
said,
like a squatty potty. That looks like this. That looks like the type of potty that you would give to a fucking infant trying to learn how to take a piss.
I can smell. The
Yeah, that's the problem. Once I first saw these, I'm like, oh wait, maybe these are just for children. It's like, then where do the adults piss? Do I have to go to the stall or something? No. Just an adult comes in. He's like, "Are you using it?" I'm like, "No," and he just starts pissing. I'm like, "Oh, that's the adult. Why?"
Why is that the adult one? Why is that the adult one? Why is it the size of a squatty potty for a 2-year-old?
The worst part is I'm very shy with this. I like having my privacy when pissing. I don't really even go. I don't even shit if it's not in my house, man. And then I have these potties and people all over the place, and I'm like, oh, not gonna get used to that.
Oh, I don't care, honestly, about shit. I've long since stopped giving a fuck about what people genuinely think about me, and in doing so, it has opened up so many fucking mental possibilities in the world. One of them is shitting in a public bathroom. Just gotta make sure that you get a paper towel, get a bit of soap, and make sure that you wipe that fucking seat, because holy crap, the men's fucking public restrooms are absolutely fucking disgusting.
It's why I can never figure out how a woman cannot figure out which toilet is the male toilet, because you can smell it. You know when you're in the male's bathroom.
Oh, it's disgusting. You go into a woman's... I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You go into any female restroom, okay? I could be wrong, correct me. Okay, they got perfume, they got fucking candles, fucking potpourri, a butler with a fucking Andes mint on it. You go into the men's restroom, and another one's coming out, fucking instantly looks at you and goes, "You want to breathe through your mouth in there, mate?"
you want to taste the fumes so that they stick.
The only place I would probably never smell a male's bathroom, even then I'm not sure because it's a whole long hallway, very clearly marked, so I've never been in there, are Bucky's bathrooms, and they're very renowned because of how clean they are.
They do have like the typical stalls, like where you can sit and shit, and they're separated from these. But
yeah, there's shits in toilets.
It's still very, very. I don't poop anywhere not because I'm shy. No. It's because those things are unsanitary, man.
But why don't you guys just use those instead of the urinals?
No, we do. And you know when they've been used.
I do.
Because that pristine white fucking toilet seat as it should be colored, is just fucking covered in the most unsanitary yellow shade that you've ever fucking seen. Because if it goes to a urinal or if it goes to a piss trough, men have perfect fucking accuracy, especially if they got the urinals cakes. That is fucking bullseye bullseye fucking central for any man that goes to take a piss. But suddenly you put a fucking toilet in front of them, and oh my god!
It's over, man. It's over.
It's like giving a monkey a shotgun. It doesn't know how to aim. It just pulls the fucking trigger.
Why does it every time we talk about urinals, we start talking about how guys do the poops in the pees? It's like I was asking,
talk about urinals.
It's like the time I was asking,
my
like,
favorite brand is Armitage Shanks.
We had this conversation before, and then it turned into a conversation of me asking things like, do when you guys go in baths, does penis float?
Yes, they do.
Or like, do you when you guys sit down on the toilet, does the penis go inside the toilet, or does it hang out the outside?
It depends how small the toilet
You
is.
do not hang. It depends on the toilet, and why would you hang it outside?
Well, what if it touches the toilet water?
Well, if it's the home bathroom, then you know where it's been. If it's a public restroom, the penis goes nowhere near the fucking toilet because you don't know what disgusting fucking. You don't know what animal has been. I don't even hesitate to call. I don't even hesitate to call the men that goes into those bathrooms people. You don't know what animal has fucking touched those toilet seats. Hence why I turn around and say, if you're going to actually brave the toilet seats, and men, I fucking applaud you for actually braving the toilet seats in a public restroom. You always get yourself a fucking paper towel, load it up on as much hand soap as you possibly can, and you wipe. If your hands touch that toilet seat, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to cut it off.
Let's talk about, now that we're talking about hand and the soap, you want to know the worst part? So here, I always finish my business. I clean my hands as thorough as possible with 10 sprays of soap if possible. And here's the worst part. Many of the times I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and while I'm washing my hands, I see like 3 people come out of the stalls and just ignore the hand washing. They just continue outwards. And I'm like, no, you did not. The worst part is, some of those people work like at the kitchen area of the place where I'm working. No. And I'm like, I'm so glad I don't eat here. I'm so glad.
No!
So there's people eating, children and people eating the sandwiches they make. I'm like, I'm so sorry for you.
No. Oh god, Cam's model is just broken. You looked just drunk for a second.
No. I can't do this.
It's the worst.
I can't do this anymore.
Okay, so
please.
I do got one question. So Ash is also talking in chat, and he said, "I always aim for cakes. You guys are talking about how you aim for cakes and stuff. Is there ever enough force / height to the urinal that you get splashback from being rewarded for peeing on the cakes?"
Thankfully, I've never had that.
Oh my god! I mean,
I've never had that person.
I feel like, because this is my logic, is like, I feel like if every guy is always aiming for the cakes, there's gonna be a center hole, a divot, wherever it hits, and then eventually it's gonna create splashback because of water physics.
Well, I mean,
when you're washing a spoon and you put the spoon under the sink.
It's like friendly fire.
He's firing back. Fire back.
Get the soap. Go on that ass.
I feel like I've created a fear for men everywhere. Like, no, what if it does happen though?
Well, no. If you see a divot in a urinal cake, you just avoid it.
You make a smiley face on a different spot.
No. At that point, if you see a divot in a urinal cake, then you know, okay, that urinal cake's not safe to piss on. However,
exactly,
nothing is stopping you from turning that urinal cake into a boat. see if you can move that urinal cake around the urinal. And
No.
it's even funnier if it's in a piss trough.
Okay, so from what I'm getting about this, when I go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, and sometimes maybe like there's a little bit of blood on the toilet seat. You know that happens at times. Use a toilet paper.
Oh my
paper,
god, that's
Okay.
or toilet paper
Okay.
Oh, no, wait,
I
no,
was
now
about
we're
I
going
was
too
about
far.
to
No,
fucking
shut up.
no. I was literally about to start freaking out until I realized, okay, I imagine that in a female public restroom,
We're
that might
very
be a little
violent.
bit more common. That might be a little bit more common than I actually anticipated.
Yeah, some bitches don't wipe after when they're on their week. You know, it's like that's probably like the worst of it sometimes, you know, but a lot of times, you know, you just gotta wipe it off, make sure you don't touch it, put the toilet seat cover on. That's pretty much it. I use the bathroom, I'm on my phone. I come
Seat
back
cover.
out. Yeah, we got seat cover. You guys don't have seat covers? The paper
Why
kinds?
do you think we've just sat there and fucking complained about having to wipe the toilet seats with a soap-covered fucking paper towel?
I just assumed you guys weren't using them. Or there's like one of those
no.
situations where it's always
Sometimes
empty.
they do have them. Sometimes they do have them. It's just that for some reason, some magical reason, people say, "Yeah, this would go nicely in my bathroom." Actually,
No, I mean like they're disposable paper seat covers in public bathrooms.
Oh,
girl
I've never
bathrooms have all the
experienced that.
luxuries.
Are they
You've never
only
had?
in...
You never seen? I've seen them at
No.
airports.
Oh, airports.
I've
Yeah, I've
seen
seen them at
that.
airports.
Yeah, they're more common in airports, but they're a little bit more still everywhere. Most other places, not like, you know, like gas stations and stuff. That's too bougie for them. But
No one talks about gas station. No one talks about gas
But
station
yeah,
bathroom.
you know, I'll go and do my
Absolutely
business.
nobody.
I'm on my phone. I'm watching something, and then I go and I come out and I wash my hands and I leave. For you guys are playing a mini game.
It's Vietnam in there, man.
Yeah,
is.
but
You
you
don't
guys,
know what you're
get
gonna
a mini
find.
game.
Sometimes it's a fight just to get into a fucking stall. Because I've had moments where I've actually had moments where I've been waiting for a stall. Someone has come out. Someone has tried to push past me, and I nearly ended up breaking the fucking toilet stall because my hand slammed so fucking hard into the door to block them from getting through. I was like, try it. Fucking try me.
I've never had that. You know, we have lines a lot, and you know, a lot of times women respect the lines. It's only if it's like really bad, like, you know, especially if we're like, I'm sorry, this is an emergency, you mind if I cut ahead? That's pretty much it. I've never actually seen a woman. I can imagine there are some who will cut ahead in line, but women come and go really quickly. The lines aren't very long. I feel like for guys, lines are forever.
No, it's actually the opposite here. It's like the women's line just takes forever, and the guys are just in and out, in and out. So that's why it just creates this chaos of, I don't know whose piss I'm standing in.
I'm talking about like when they gotta go take a shit.
I've affectionately coined the term shotgunning a shit. Because whenever men need to go to the bathroom, they don't want to spend as much time in there as they possibly can. So when they go to the public restrooms, they literally go in, wipe the seat, sit down, and then usually all you hear is, and then the toilet flushes.
You just hear that.
Just though.
It's not even that. It's more of just the typical. Fucking gross.
I've walked into, I'll tell you what the most terrifying thing is that I've seen when I've walked into restrooms. I have walked into restrooms, I have heard someone fucking Goku powering up screaming in there. I mean, like, look at, like, I like stood there. I stood there. I was like, this isn't my business. I just took a piss. I walked back in. I didn't walk. Someone else walked in, and they were still fucking going at it. And as they walked out of the stall, the guy who was going in there was like, "Dude, are you okay? What happened?"
Did they walk out with blonde hair?
No, well, no. Did they walk out with blonde hair? No, they didn't.
No.
They walked out. They walked out. They washed their hands and walked out with a very awkward waddle. So
that one did not want to come out.
that was.
They were walking out with clay.
That man has had way too much fucking fiber.
Or not enough.
The dude literally sat in the bathroom and said,
enough.
"Please don't break my butt."
Protein. Too much protein. Dude had way too much protein. He was a pretty buff guy, though, to be fair.
A seal was created long enough for him to get home and take care of it in peace.
Christ.
Dude was buff.
I felt
you don't know if it was hurting from... Go ahead.
No, that was literally, I just felt so bad for the dude.
Oh, really?
This is only...
The dude was walking awkwardly.
You know, this is only our second session. We spent 30 minutes of it talking about toilets and going to the toilet.
Do we want to spend the next 30 minutes
what
talking
else
about
would you
D&D?
do?
I was gonna say, like, are you awake, Zealous, for D&D? D&D talk?
Oh shit, it just turned 3 in the morning. So here's the thing, chat. Hours changed here. It's like daylight savings, so instead of being 2 a.m., now it's 3 a.m. for me.
Yep.
So that means I get
it's
1 hour
3
less of sleep.
Just changed for me as well.
Which makes things a lot easier because now we're not like being like, should we push it back or forward? Remember we've been for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, everything just sets it all back in place.
And Zealous, what time do you have to be awake?
I'm not telling.
It's 4 hours.
Go to bed. It's 4 hours.
No.
3 hours.
Probably. Hold on, let me count. Brain's not braining. You can't overthink if you don't. Okay, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that's a lot less. 4, 5, 6. 7. So I have 4 hours.
Go to bed.
It is a little bit better than what you usually get.
Just shush. We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No, we can't. This is a podcast.
We can sing it. It's fair use.
I know.
I was a YouTuber for like 5 fucking years. I can tell you what's fair use and what's not.
You're fair use.
Yes, but what's your point, bitch?
Either way, we'll keep the Dungeons and Dragons topic for next week. Well, we'll come up with more.
We'll add it to the wheel.
Yeah, we'll add it to the wheel. It'll come back because we were supposed to only do 1, but we did 2. But we'll add more for the wheel next time. And you know we're gonna try to kidnap Ash for it.
You guys have got any topics
We'll
for
have your
us?
fishbowl ready.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have got any topics that you want us to discuss? Then please drop them down into the Discord. It's in Jelly's chat down there somewhere.
Command is Discord. You can also go into my
Command is
About.
also Discord. Or in the About. Yeah, where's the Discord? There it is. Oh, it didn't work for me.
Oh, it did.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Add fishing to the wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
that's doable.
add fishing to the wheel. Yeah, we can do that.
We'll make
yeah,
the wheel
100%.
big so that we get more options. It's just 3. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Today is just a warm up. Today was a warm up. We're getting ready for bigger stuff.
We're getting ready for bigger stuff. Next week we'll have
Bigger
music.
than the urinals.
Next week we'll have fucking music.
Oh wait, no, Zelix, you never told us real quick about the time someone looked. What did he say again?
Nice cock.
What now?
You're talking, the whole urinal rant started because you were talking about some guy.
Oh no, it was just that it really didn't really end like anything. It's like staring awkwardly, just finished up, zip pants, washed hand, left, just thinking why. He never said anything. He never really said anything important or anything. He just stared, and it was just the awkward. Should I keep staring at him, or is it like? Or am I losing if I stop looking at him?
I could have sworn though there was a story where you said someone looked over and they were like, "Nice."
Oh my god, I didn't tell that one. Yes, that's true. Yeah, there was just one guy who said nice and left. He finished up because I was having one of my, as I like to call, airport pisses. Why do I call it an airport piss? Sometimes when you're on a plane, sometimes when you wake up, you have to piss so badly, but the plane is already landing, and that's like a whole hour process. And they're like, no, no, you can't get off of your chair now. So now you have like a whole 5 liters to let escape. So once you reach the airport, you take a very long piss. So that's why I call it the airport piss. So I was taking a long time just pissing for a while, and the dude just says, looks me up and down, looks at me, like, not even discreetly. He, like, literally leans over and says, nice, finishes up, zips his pants, washes his hands, which is appreciated. He washed his hands at least, and leaves. And I was just stuck there, turned to
Still going.
stone,
He's
still
like,
with a still with the stream because I can't stop it at this point. I'm
you
just
turned stone. All I imagine is like the baby
flabbergasted.
statues.
You can call it that. And I was like, why? Just
Why
why?
me?
And that's the story of how someone else complimented my cock.
Why can't we as
as
bros just compliment each other?
And that's where we're ending it.
That's a good place
I
to
love
end
it.
the podcast.
Absolutely fucking perfection.
Alright, everyone, you have a good night / day. Welcome to the Password is Password podcast.
See you later, guys.
Well, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
A purple ghost in the machine, a virus with a new purpose unseen, mocking those who let their guard down. Now a protector in the shadows she's found. Lost in a world of binaries, where friends and foes blur with ease. A ghost exit haunting the dark web, seeking justice for the innocent's reprieve. Doubt consumes her mind, the line between good and evil undefined. I am the ghost virus, the keeper of the code, blocking away the malice. In the darkness I call home, guardian of the data, protecting the digital realm. But the darkness inside me sometimes takes control. Her friends rally to her side as she battles the virus, urges she can't hide.